Hello, Wanderers. Welcome to the 9th century of China in a brand new All Under Heaven DLC roleplay series. Now, I decided to go with this series because I thought that it would be a little bit of a shame if I didn't play around with some of the new mechanics that the All Under Heaven DLC introduced into the game. And so that is why I've decided to go with this. And this story is going to be a little bit different because the character that we're playing as is descended from one of the most famous families in Chinese history. So our character, as you can see here, is the gentleman Zhao Jian of the Kong family. Now, this character is a descendant of Confucius himself, the legendary figure who founded the religion or the teachings of Confucianism, which continue even to this day, and obviously played a massively important role in Chinese history. Basically, almost all the characters, or a significant proportion of the characters in China in this time period and during this follow Confucianism. And so we are going to be playing as a character whose lineage is obviously very famous. However, the prominence of the Kong family, and this is a family that exists even to the modern day. There are modern day descendants of Confucius. I believe some of them are even in the government of China, even currently. But the family during this period, 867 AD, is certainly not as prominent as they may have once been. And our character, Zhao Jian, is a character who is walking in the footsteps of his much more famous ancestor, though it remains to be seen if he will ever be able to reach those lofty heights. So we come from a very well-respected family, but we're not in any positions of power. We're not exactly very prominent beyond just what our family name confers upon us. And so Zhao Jian is somebody who wants to bring his family, or at least bring himself back up to those heights. And for those of you who are interested, I did do some digging. And as far as I can tell, this isn't a character who starts off as landless, by the way. I had to go and make him a landless playable character. But as far as I could tell, this is the dynasty that is meant to represent the Kong family that descends from Confucius. I find it a little bit, it's not exactly clear because there's the details aren't all there, so let me put it that way. But if we look back, we can see that our character's dynasty goes back very far here, to the year 154, or yeah, this character was born in the year 94. So I find it a little bit odd that a landless character or an unlanded character would have a lineage that goes back to the year 94 for absolutely no reason. So my theory is that this character that we're playing as is meant to be of the dynasty that descends from Confucius. There are other Kong dynasty characters. If you go into here and you search up the dynasty Kong, you will find other characters from the Kong dynasty. But considering that most of these don't have lineages that go back very far, most of them are even just single characters, I find it unlikely that any of these are meant to represent the Kong dynasty that descends from Confucius. But this character, this random unlanded character, has a dynasty that goes all the way back here. And so to me, this seems like the family, that Paradox, meant to represent the descendants of Confucius. And it actually does, I believe, line up with history. The region that our character finds himself in here, and we are in the city of Chengdu, does line up with some of the historical movements of the family, from what I can tell from very, very light research. So for all the scholars that we have in the comments if you want to, go and find this character for yourself in the game. If you want to add some extra contextual information, if you disagree, if you don't think that character is meant to be who I think he is, let me know down in the comments below. But I think that this character is. So that's who we are going to be playing as, and we are going to be attempting, like I said, to raise our family back up to greater heights. And we're going to be doing so by playing with the new mechanics that come from the celestial realm government type. Now, this is a government type that is similar to the administrative type that comes with the Byzantines that we got in the previous big DLC, but it is much different, and it is honestly pretty cool. Just the brief look at it that I've had. However, I have not dived into it very much, and so we're going to be learning this as we go along. So if you got any tips or anything like that, if you played with the Celestial Government already, do let me know any tips you have down in the comments below as well, because I am happy to hear them. But we're going to be dipping our feet in here because we're just playing as a gentleman here. We don't have any appointed position. We don't hold any lands. We're not in the government or anything like that. We're literally just a scholar that descends from a prominent family. And so we can see we have the Kong estate here, which we'll be able to upgrade, and we'll take a look at some of that in just a moment as well. But yeah, this is our situation. We're here in Chengdu, which is on the far western border of China here. And yeah, that's it's gonna be interesting because we will need to rise through the ranks by playing with a lot of these various decisions that we get here, and there are a lot of really cool ones that are going to be very fitting for our character here. We're going to need to do certain activities. We are going to need to take part in the dynasty cycle here with these political movements. There's so many new mechanics to play around with here that I don't even know like what half of these are, to be completely honest with you. I imagine they're based on the struggle mechanics or the situations, but it's going to be a lot different. So I'm excited to play around with this. And like I said, I thought it would be a shame if we didn't play around with this a little bit. So what I do know is that we are going to need to do various examinations to prove our competency if we want to gain positions and appointments and things like that, which are, essentially going to be various titles that we can get, kind of like you would in an administrative realm, like if you're playing in the Byzantines. So it's going to be a little bit different, but we will need to play around with that. Now, to start with, we aren't married yet, and I think that there is some value in getting married, especially because we're 27 years old. So I think that there is some value into this. And I was looking in this character here, the one who appears right at the top, Li Zhao Lao. Zhao Lao? Yeah. I'm gonna just say this right away here, and you all already know that I am gonna be butchering these names. I have some vague sense of slightly how to pronounce a few different Chinese names here, but it is not gonna be good. So I'll probably be doing them semi-phonetically and then trying to ad-lib in the very little bits of knowledge that I have for Chinese pronunciations. If you've got any tips, leave them down below, but I can't promise that I'm going to implement them. But yeah, for what I can tell, this character's name is probably something like Li Zhao Lao. And yeah, she is the daughter or granddaughter of the Intendant Li Cheng of Jingguan. And that's obviously a pretty prominent position here. This is essentially a kingdom tier title from a neighboring realm, which is obviously pretty good. And this would be a pretty prominent marriage here. I don't know if we get anything out of this. Oh yeah, we'll get 300 prestige out of this. So that's actually pretty good. And I'm tempted to do a grand wedding. I don't want to spend a ton of money on that wedding, but I want to do a grand wedding just so we can get some cool character events and such along with this. It makes sense that this character would be willing to consider a marriage because our family is very prominent. Like this is you'd be marrying your granddaughter to a descendant of Confucius. Now, we don't hold any positions or any titles or anything like that, but maybe we can end up getting this character as kind of like a patron figure for us. I mean, it's even possible, I think, for us. Yeah, we can request mentorship from him. Can we request mentorship? Oh yeah, we could request mentorship from him directly. So this, but he wouldn't accept. Improve merit. But anyways, we can get mentorships and things like that. But I think that he might see some potential in us, you know? Maybe he'll take us a little bit under his wing. I don't see any reason to really consider any other characters here. I'm not seeing any that have any good traits or anything like that. So yeah, it doesn't look like it. We got to go pretty far down, and we're looking at lowborn characters if we want to get any traits, which, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna prioritize right now. I think we're just gonna try to get a prominent marriage for our character, and if we could get this marriage, it would be huge for us in rising through the ranks here. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. Like I said, we're gonna do a grand wedding just because I want to get the cool events from that, and we're gonna start time, and we'll see what happens from there. To serve the Son of Heaven, the bureaucracy of the Tang is a vast and complex yet well-oiled machine. It is the duty of every citizen to serve the realm to the best of their ability. As a part of the Kong family, I will have to work hard and make a name for myself. First, I will have to pass the examinations and earn merit. Only then will I be appointed as an official. So that's what we need to do. We want to get appointed as an official so that we can start to get prominent here. So we can choose Destiny Will Not Wait. Let's get to work. We could focus on merit. This character is focused on merit and studying the way. Monthly merit plus 5%. Confucian education trait experience gain plus 10%. Or we could focus on influence. Everyone will know who I am. That doesn't really fit for our character, so let's say Destiny Will Not Wait. Let's get to work. And why do we choose that? Well, who is our character? I mean, Zhao Jian is he's an ambitious man, to be sure. He has loftier goals than perhaps some other members of his family might have had in the past. But he's a compassionate man. This is a good-hearted man, but he just wants more, essentially. But he's patient. He's willing to take the time to get that. He is very well learned. He's studied the teachings of his great ancestor and of many other scholars of China. He's a journaler himself, so he's a writer. He perhaps hasn't written anything prominent yet, but that might come in the future because we do actually have an option to, I believe, author a book here, which is very cool. And we are also shrewd. So yeah, we're a clever man who seeks to rise in the ranks, and melancholic as well. We're prone to fits or bouts of melancholy. One thing that I find interesting here is we are playing as a scholarship character, and I feel like this DLC, especially in China, perhaps not as much in some of the other regions like Japan and Southeast Asia, But I feel like China, a lot of the new features that were added in here are specifically meant to enhance the gameplay of like scholarship minded characters. So I think that's pretty cool, and so I think that's going to make this playthrough rather interesting. So yeah, that's our character. That's who he is. Let's go and pick a learning lifestyle. Now I think that we are going to. I do have this idea that maybe in the future we might decide to, you know, perhaps do our own version of the Confucianism faith. But we're not going to do that right away. I think we're going to probably head through the scholar tree first, and then we'll go theologian later in life. I imagine our character is more about learning and developing his reputation and rising through the ranks. But I think perhaps later on in life, who knows if he'll turn a little bit more introspective. So I'm actually going to go with the scholarship focus to start. And yeah, that's going to boost our learning, which is good. And yeah, that's what we'll do there. We do have counselor positions, but I don't really want to put any of these characters in just yet, because I want to add some council member characters to these slots and to the court positions. So if you are a council member already, I mean, you're going to see the things to make your own characters for this series. But if you haven't ever made a character for the series, if you're not a counselor already, click the join button down below. You can make a character for the series. We have some cool rules for making the characters, and sometimes they play a really important role in the story. We've had some fan favorites over the years that people really like that were made by people that watched the series. So yeah, that could be you as well. So I'm not going to fill up any of these spots just yet, because we'll wait till our character has started to have people gravitate towards them and towards our court here. Right now, we're literally a nobody with a famous name. That's it. That's all we got. Did we get that marriage? Let's see. This guy. Yeah, we did. Oh, there we go. Nice. I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. You will be joined with my granddaughter, not my grandmother, Li Zhao Lao, in matrimony. May you find strength and support in each other. I also look forward to the promised grand wedding. Try not to disappoint me. Signed, Intendant Li Cheng of Jingyuan. Yuan. Oh gosh, this is gonna be bad, you guys. Yeah, so we got the grand wedding. We have some money, but we won't be able to pay for a lot of fluff. I don't want to spend all my money. We're gonna keep it pretty light here. A generous feast, we got to do at least a generous feast, and I guess we got to spend a little bit of money to impress our new grandfather-in-law. But there are going to be a lot of guests. No, the emperor is not going to come, or the hegemon. But yeah, you know, there's going to be some prominent people here. Not because of us. Like I said, we're practically a nobody, but we do have a, you know, the Kong family name still does mean something. But oh yeah, do we really want to all lieges? I don't see a lot of these people coming, frankly. But yeah, Li Cheng is gonna come, obviously. Our own, you know, the people in our nearby courts and things like that. That makes sense. But yeah, a lot of these people are kind of like too above this to come here. So yeah, we're not even gonna invite them. So I think this looks fine. We're spending a lot of our money. We've got 300, but we're gonna spend a good chunk of it here. Recreation, do we want to do diplomacy? Probably we do, because I feel like we're going to want to get an alliance with Li Cheng if we can. He's a little bit old, but 57, he might have a few years left in him, and getting that alliance could be pretty useful. Well, no, we're going to have an alliance with them anyways, right? Maybe not. I can't remember if it said it would give us an alliance. High Chieftain? Wow, who the heck is this guy? I don't really know if I really want to invite that guy. Let's check the guest list again. Who the heck is this guy? Let's see. Neighboring rulers. No, I don't think it makes sense for some of these neighboring rulers to come. Just people who are nearby, who are within our realm. This makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, these guys are all like nearby prefects and things like that. This feels like it makes more sense. All right, so yeah, there's only 25 guests. Seems reasonable. Let's go with diplomacy here. I think we'll try to... Yeah, we've got some governors over here. This guy's pretty powerful and prominent. He's actually quite nearby. He's very old, though. I think we're just gonna solidify... Oh, wait, can you do... No, seducing... No. Yeah, let's just go and do it. We're gonna get the alliance with them anyways, I think. But I'm just gonna reinforce it and see maybe if we can get like a friendship or something like that. Who knows? Maybe he'll give us a position, actually. We could potentially move our court over to him. I think. Anyways, let's start the grand wedding. So there we go. Grand wedding is gonna be happening soon here. Oh wow, she's riding hard to get to the wedding. Begins in 3 months, so that seems reasonable. Guest list here, yep, makes sense. Everybody's coming here to join the grand wedding. And yeah, we'll just have to see what all plays out, if there's any interesting events or anything like that. And yeah, we'll go from there. There's gonna be a lot of just a lot of stuff to play around with here, but we're gonna start easy. Let's have a wedding, let's get married, and then we'll start playing around with some of the new mechanics. But we want to get our character's story first and foremost, because that is always the most important thing when it comes to a roleplay series, is what is the story of our character? What is Zhao Jian looking to accomplish? What are his goals? And you know, how are the decisions that I make and that you help me make going to influence what becomes of this man's life? Let's take a look. 8 days till the wedding begins. No activities yet here, but it seems like our grandfather-in-law is enjoying himself. There we go. It always feels amazing when you have been planning something for so long and spent so much money on it. Indeed, we spent a lot of money on this. And then it's finally here. Everything is ready, the decorations are in place, the guests are mingling, and servants scurry around with loaded dishes. I'm pacing around in excitement and nervousness when my future spouse, Zhao Lao, appears radiant in her finest attire. We are ready to begin. I can't wait. Yeah, we've got some interesting guests here. We've got the prefect, Zhang Jiwan. The preparations and rituals of a wedding ceremony are many. In a lull in between them, I hear some snickering and scoffing coming from a group of Zhao Lao's relatives. When they see they got my attention, Intendant Li Cheng starts addressing me directly. I can't believe our family agreed to let Zhao Lao sully herself by marrying such a... Oh... maybe he doesn't, I guess he doesn't approve. Maybe we made the deal with Li Qi? The son here? Okay, so maybe the grandfather doesn't approve. Maybe we made the deal with the son, who, like the father of the bride. This guy's dishonorable, he's lazy, callous, wrathful. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see if we can win over our grandfather. Is that a challenge? I don't want a rivalry. I will prove you wrong. Handling the situation well will also make a good impression on Li Cheng. Ooh, diplomacy. Yikes, this is a 50-50. Okay, I mean, we have to do it, right? I think we have to do it. We got to try to prove him wrong. This could essentially be the start of an interesting story, right? Because our character, we are very low on the social ladder. All we have to us is the deeds of our ancient ancestor, like ancient ancestor. Confucius was a long time ago. I'm not even sure the century, but like 3rd century BCE, 2nd century BCE, something like that. Long time ago. Regardless, I will prove you wrong. Hey, nice. That was like a slightly less than 50-50. But look at that. Li Cheng likes you more. Let's look at that activity log. Yeah, disproved the prejudices. So we won him over. Zhao Zhen convinced Li Cheng of his good qualities, disproving his prejudices. So we gained prestige, we grew closer to forming a friendship, and we got a weak hook on him. And his opinion of us improved as well, friendly and impressed. That's pretty good, honestly. So I think that's really cool. Yeah, disproving the prejudices there. Weddings are just politics. I steel myself as I wait for my future wife to join me. Just politics, I repeat to myself. How bad can it be? But nothing has prepared me for the moment I finally see Zhao Lao for the first time. No portrait or description could do justice to the gentle look on her face. No poet has ever sung such beauty such as hers. Time hangs still when our eyes meet and everyone else seems to disappear. Then she smiles at me and I know everything will be all right. Oh, looks like, oh, did we get, oh, we got soulmate? Damn, these grand weddings give you such a nice chance of getting that. And I think that is quite cool that our character gets to start off with, you know, by meeting his soulmate here. That is actually very cool. So we fell in love at first sight with our new wife here. As if organizing a wedding worthy of my family's stature weren't stressful enough, I also have to deal with Zhao Lao's relatives. Her grandfather, Li Cheng, arrived bright and early and has been following me around ever since, complaining about this or that nonstop. Oh man, this guy is just not happy with anything. He likes us, but this man is an old codger. I mean, he's compassionate as well, though. Lazy, yeah, he's lazy, he's craven. Intrigue guy, he's a seducer. Yeah. We're not marrying into, like, the most honorable of families, I suppose. But they are prominent, so. These flowers will make Zhao Lao sneeze, and this wool is too rough. What about the color scheme? I know that Zhao Lao won't like it. I'm sure we can find some common ground. I don't see you paying for anything, so shut up. No, we cannot say that to him. Let's see if we can impress him. No, we didn't convince him, though, so we're feeling a little stressed because our grandfather-in-law is not too happy with this. Oh, but we just became friends. Look at that. Oh yeah, we fell in love at first sight, but oh, I guess I'm not sure where the friends one came from, but yeah, we did become friends. So he's not really happy with the wedding, but he does like us. So I'll take that, frankly. I will definitely take that. I suppose we can switch from diplomacy then. Will we get the alliance here? I'm not gonna switch off. Oops. I think we'll keep it on. I assume we're getting an alliance here. But because it's the granddaughter, I don't know if that's guaranteed. I'm glad I told my servants early to keep an eye out for Li Cheng's arrival because in the midst of the wedding preparations, I would have missed it otherwise. I love that all of the events are literally with our grandfather-in-law and like it all revolves around this whole wedding was presumably, you know, Zhao Jian's not plot, but it was his attempt to move up the social ladder by marrying into a prominent family, particularly Li Chang, who is the intendant of Jing Yuan. And all the events are just kind of revolving around that, other than the fact that we just happened to fall in love with our brand new wife at first sight. So that's cool. Instead, I'm standing proudly in the middle of the courtyard wearing my fanciest clothes and surrounded by my guard of honor when Li Chang makes his entrance. I am extremely pleased to welcome you, Intendant Li Chang. I am certain you will find my hospitality most agreeable and be impressed by all the wonders my realm has to offer. Let me show you the gardens. Would you like to see the venue's preparations? I hope you'll enjoy the ceremony. I don't know if we would say, would you like to see the venue's preparation? This is kind of weird because he's obviously already been here. I hope you'll enjoy the ceremony. I think we'll just say that and just leave it at that. Let's not push it because this guy is not happy with anything. Oh, we have been appointed Chen Yingyi's caravan master. That's cool. I would probably have liked another role other than caravan master, but I guess we got a job. So that's nice. We have a job. Yay. Great. Very cool. Everyone is excited and amazed by the magnificence of the wedding venue. Everybody but Chishun. Since her arrival, Chishun has been prowling, searching for any pretext to complain. Are you wearing makeup? Those colorful veils are sinful. What's all the unchaste mingling? Is this all a show of luxury and lust? Who is this? Just a lowborn woman? It's my courtier. I'm ashamed of myself. No. Guards accompany this killjoy to the door. Every zealous character. I'll pretend I didn't hear anything. I wonder if we are ashamed of ourselves. Gain 100 learning lifestyle opinion. No, I think we have to ignore it though, because we're trying to make political moves, right? And so I think that we're gonna just kind of brush this aside. Because our character is really just attempting to win over Li Chang. So yeah, that's kind of what we have to do. Oh, look at this. We got a dowry. Li Chang has paid 15 to us. So that's apparently the dowry for Li Zhao Lao. Oh, and she is apparently let's see. Oh yeah, here's where we became friends. She's over our wife is overjoyed with the amount of dragon fruit sorbet, which is great. And she's also, yeah, she just loves that dragon fruit sorbet. That's fair. Oh, our wife is arrogant, diligent, and impatient. Oh, I mean, we're soulmates though. She's, actually her stats are not terrible. But yeah, we're opposites attract, apparently. All the steps of a ceremony are important after all. The validity of any ritual stands on the correct reproduction of all its parts. I have been paying close attention to every gesture, every word, every step. It's not every day that you get to act out your wedding. Now the most vital moment has come and I give my consent to the union. Do I want to spend the rest of my life with Li Zhaolao? I do. There we go. As the ceremony concludes and we all move to the banquet venue, I secretly smile to myself, picturing the joys to come from my married life with Zhao Lao. Not everybody can be lucky to be married to such a likable person. I wish everyone to share in on my happiness and all. Let's all tuck in here. So here we go. The banquet is about to begin. Though not the absolute grandest affair, the evening's entertainments are still an exciting array of actors, acrobats, jugglers, and more. Near my seat, both Governor Li Han and Prefect Sun Chiu share their opinions on the display. The perfect amount of performers to be seemly, nods Li Han with satisfaction. I was rather hoping for something a bit more extravagant. Sun Chiu whines. Li Han, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I'd rather make friends with a governor than a prefect, so that's where we're gonna go with that. So let's continue along. Every feast, there's always one. Lady Li Shi Lang? I can't remember how to pronounce the C. Shi Lang? I think it's maybe like that. Regardless, she's utterly obsessed with visiting supreme wrath on some poor nameless rival. Quite why I'm required for this Madden plotting, I have no idea. Oh gosh. So the grandmother-in-law, this guy's our, oh, this is our brother-in-law? Oh, this is the, this is, oh, this is our sister-in-law. Oh, great. Gently exit the conversation. Let's see if we can pull that off. That's very interesting. You're tactful, but nothing more. Yeah, that's, well, at least we got that. Approachable. We're approachable. Well, I'll take it, honestly. We're barely scraping out of this without offending our new family, and that's the best we can hope for, frankly. The banquet hall is dressed in a riot of colors, scents, and sights. Only the very rarest of fabrics and flowers are absent from the garb. Near my seat, both Prefect Sun Chu and Chu Chen Bi share their opinion on the decorations. There's been a good amount of coin laid down here, notes Sun Chu. See that tapestry? That's from half a continent away. Too much expenditure on display to respect. Cheng Bi snorts. Not enough to truly enjoy. I'm disappointed. I picked many of the decorations myself. Cheng Bi is right. It's just not what I had in mind. Or don't get involved. I think we're just not going to get involved. We'll build up some prestige, which is good. We might need to use some prestige. And building up our prestige is just good for our future prospects regardless. So that's the direction we're going to go with there. Featuring exotic treats, elaborate culinary artworks, and rich colors with richer scents, the banquet's chefs have all gone out for the wedding. Near my seat, both Sun Chu and Cheng Bi share their opinions about the spread. Tasty, laughs Sun Chu, popping something purplish into his mouth. Glad to see some coin on display. I hate both of these guys. The food is good, Cheng Bi opines, but I don't understand laying out all this money for it without going for fantastic. Not along without paying attention. Yeah, we're just tired of these two guys. We just don't want to have anything to do with these two people, but we're a man who wants to rise high, but probably doesn't actually enjoy politics all that much. Like, our intrigue is very low. Our diplomacy is okay, but yeah, we're not all about the politics. we're just doing it just because it's part of our ambitions. Throughout the meal, I find myself drawn into Minzi's conversations. This is one of our courtiers. She has some interesting opinions, makes the very best jokes, and we seem to have much in common. I enjoy her company. No need to get any closer, though. No, I don't think so. We just got married. We just found our soulmate. Oh, we're getting a little bit more of the dowry, so the dowry is up to 30 gold pieces. I will take that, absolutely. And there we go. Now we have the consummation. Right. As the banquet reached its climax, Zhao Lao's growing anxiety over the imminent bedding ceremony was clear. Please, can't we do without this? Let's have the room to ourselves. Barred bedding for 5 years. She's our soulmate. Come, dear, it will be all right. I think we'll try to convince her that it'll be all right. She concedes. There. Okay, there we go. So at least it worked out. We were able to uphold the traditions, but also win over our wife as well. The fire in the grate has started to wither, and I stare at its flames in silence. The light, its warmth. Lady Zhao Lao is searching for something in her wooden chest, and I take my eyes off the flames to look at her. Zhao Zhen, she says, offering me a small package wrapped in silk. I've saved this since I heard of our betrothal, and now I offer it to you as a token of my love. You are my greatest gifts. This will grant you to romance schemes? Well, I don't need that. I also have something for you. I guess we say the romantic thing because we take a stress hit if we don't. Yeah, okay, we do the romantic one. Li Chao Lang has grown closer to us. Was that our brother-in-law? Double check on that. I think that's our brother-in-law. This guy here. Yeah, it is. Li Chao Lang. Okay, cool. We're led to the bedding chambers. Li Sheng Wu dresses our bed with flowers and garlands before tucking us in. Strong spice wine. We drink them. We gaze at each other happily as the party departs. The door slams behind the last of the witnesses, and the raucous party continues down the halls. I've been waiting for this all night. Well, sure. Our wife is flattered. Well, good. I'm glad. And we get to business, as we can so kindly put it. All right, you are engaged in the wedding night. Damn straight we are. We have gained a level of devotion as well, which is excellent. When finally the last guest leaves, I look around the deserted venue, food leftovers. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organizing it. So we married the lady Zhao Lao. We gained 400 prestige. We gained gracious host for 20 years. That's good. We gained 250 piety, which is nice. Got up some money. We lost some stress. Celebrated a grandiose wedding. There we go. Yeah, that's actually, honestly, pretty good bonuses there. Finished the grand wedding. And hey, you know what? We came out of it all with a job as well. And that, to me, seems pretty good. Let's put on the necklace that our dear lady has given us. Spouse opinion is boosted even higher. But she already loves us, so nothing to worry about there. So yeah, pregnancy. Oh, and my wife is bearing our child. Hell yeah. Ooh, oh, there's a local examination. Damn, we missed it because of our wedding. All right, well, we're gonna have to hope that there's another one soon because these are what we need to do in order to, oh, actually, we could make it? Take the examination, scoreboard. Huh? How does this work? You are engaged in the provincial examination. Did we just go? Are we there because our boss is there? Yeah, okay, that's perfect. So immediately after the wedding, oh, and our wife, that's kind of cool, actually. It's like our wife is heading back to her father's lands, but on the way is the local examination. So we held our wedding here in Chengdu, and then we're going along with our wife and the grandfather-in-law. We're gonna go with them, you know, halfway back to Qingyuan, where they live, and we're gonna stop with our boss, the commandant Chen Yongyi, at the local examination here. So, oh, and look at the scoreboard. Ooh, there's only one person here who is doing better than us, and that is Hu Shan. Hu Shan, the prefect, courtier of the prefect here. This guy's doing a little bit better in the examination than us, but we'll see if we can maybe somehow pull it off. Take the examination. Yeah, we do need to take it. We'll attempt to pass the examination, increasing our merit. Yeah, so that is what we want to do. Examiner Prefect Wei Chengxi gives me a mortifying look as I hunker down in my seat, trying to collect myself before the upcoming essay. I am asked to address the following topic. If a criminal with no known relatives who has been sentenced to death has been pardoned after the execution, should the proper documents be changed to restore their reputation? Where's my brush? Combined learning, martial, and stewardship challenge. You will write, 20% chance you write a critically acclaimed essay. Score increases by a lot. 26% chance we write a good one. 33% chance it's decent. And 20% chance we fail at writing a proper essay. Let's see. Great success. You write a good essay. Nice. All right. We're still a little bit behind Hu Shan, though. So that's not good. Entrants gather at the examination booths, and I take my place among them. Despite our numbers, it is quiet except for the rustling of leaves stirred by the soft breeze. Incense burns at a nearby altar, bringing me a modicum of peace. We are to write poetry in 4-line compositions. If I am to succeed, I must let my thoughts run clear like the river. I reach for my brush. All right, another chance here to stand out. Great success. Our poem is terrific. Ooh, but we're getting. We've got a couple people who are beating us here. Chang Yi. To overcome the difficulties according to the Book of Changes, one must find oneself as part of the universe. So reads the opening statement on the questionnaire in front of me. The empty space in the middle of the paper appears unfathomably large. For this test, I am prompted to describe my understanding of the modes of divination in the text from the myriad of lines to the 6 beasts as Master Kong spoke. This is literally from the words of our ancestor. We gotta do it. We gotta do a good one on this. Come on. Success. Our page is just decent. Oh man, we're kind of low. We're kind of low on. Oh, these guys are actually the top ones. Wow, these guys are way up there. Are these the only 3 who passed? Like, is this where the score lays out? Is like right here? These 3 pass and everybody else fails? Yikes. Come on. I mean, the bells chime. Oh, okay, here we go. The bell chimes, signaling that the local examination has ended and its results published. Although Wei Mao Cheng seized my spot at the very top of the list, I still passed the provincial examination with a glorious score of 93. Okay, so we got a good score, but we didn't stand out. And I'm a little unsatisfied with that. This is a day to remember. Because of your assist examination. Oh, well, I thought we went to take it, but so we gained 234 well, about 500 merit, some influence. You gained past the provincial examination, and we gained experience in the Confucian education trait. So we're gonna need to boost this trait, I think, if we want to get higher chances of doing better in the examination. So this is a day to remember, but not for good reasons. It's a day to remember because we need to do better. We need to achieve higher than that. We need to stand out over everybody else. So let's finish the local examination, but that is not going to be something that satisfies Zhao Jin. We are going to need to do better. A meritorious path. I have become meritorious enough to be granted the rank of lower, thus taking my first step towards a long and promising career. I may finally be appointed as an official to govern land and bring prosperity to the realm, an opportunity perhaps to decide which career I wish to pursue. Do I climb the political ladder of a civil servant, or take on the mantle of a commander, leading troops and bringing peace to the realm? I mean, obviously a civil servant I am, and a civil servant I shall remain. We are not a warlike character. We are going to go into the civil service. And that, I think, is a pretty good start to this. Actually, you know, I'm quite enjoying this. I think that there's going to be a lot of interesting mechanics to play with, and I think it's going to lead to a really cool story for our character here. So if you have any comments, suggestions, anything like that, leave them down below. Like I said, if you want to get a character in this series, do feel free to click the join button either here on YouTube or go on join on Patreon. You can get a character in the series. It's really cool. Highly recommend it. And yeah, that's going to be about it. Thank you all, Wanderers. I will see you in the next episode.